What's good, everybody? This is Blaze Reviews, where we're hitting you with all the latest movie reviews, but on a higher level. I'm Kay.
And I'm Rick.
And for today's movie review session, we got to take a hit of the latest crime thriller rolled up by Fede Alvarez. It's kind of a soft reboot to the 2011 film The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and that movie being The Girl in the Spider's Web. And The Girl in the Spider's Web follows Lisbeth Salander, a skilled computer hacker and normally going after people who hurts women. But for this movie, she gets a new job, and when she gets this new job, it brings back somebody from her past, which kind of gets her tangled up into this spider web of sort. And now she's trying to get out of it, while also trying to save the day, and I guess kind of the world. Well, so, going to this movie, what kind of got you lit to see it?
Well, the trailer was really taut. Mm-hmm. I was getting some vibes from the Swedish productions rather than the American production. Mm-hmm. And my hope was that they would fall more towards the Swedish production.
Yeah, because what was 3 films?
There was 3 films starring Noomi Rapace, the Swedish actress. I was hoping they would go more that direction than the David Fincher film. I love David Fincher, but I just feel like that film did not touch on the gravity of what the Swedish productions did. I have not read the books, but I'm a huge fan of the Swedish trilogy, and so I was hoping this would go that way.
Yeah, a lot of people were upset with I guess with the 2011 one because it wasn't like the Swedish ones.
Right. The Swedish ones, they were distributed on Netflix pretty soon after they came out in Sweden. And so I believe Netflix was gaining a lot of steam at that time. So a lot of people had seen those, and they were quite good. So by the time the American one came out, it didn't live up. The 2011 David Fincher film, it didn't live up to what the Noomi Rapace films had.
Yeah. I'd never seen the Swedish one, so I didn't feel that way. But I thought kind of liked I guess the 2011 one. I thought Rooney Mara was kind of good in it.
Right.
But she's not in this one, of course.
Right. I believe that the cast did a decent job, and David Fincher did a decent job with the source, with the material. However, with the trilogy, it's just it was done so well that and it was done in a very deliberate fashion that by the time they did a remake, because the 2011 film was a remake of the first Swedish film. Yeah. And originally I thought that the American remake was done in a different way from the Swedish ones. However, I saw the director's cut of the Swedish films and I realized, oh wow, the American one was a shot-for-shot remake. A shot-for-shot remake of the director's cut from the Swedish film. And that really let me down. Once I saw the director's cut of the Swedish one, I said, oh man. So it was in fact a shot-for-shot remake, which I tend to hold those I tend to be really critical of those.
Yeah. But hey, this is kind of what a soft reboot, so maybe they would right some wrongs when they got a new actress in Claire Foy. Right. New director in Fede Alvarez, so maybe they got back to some of that Swedish roots, or maybe this movie just another dumpster fire. Let's find out as we get into all the highs and downs we got from this movie, let you know whether you should be blazed to go see this movie or not. So let's start off by getting to some of the highs. So what was the first high you got from taking a hit of this joint?
Well, immediately the editing stood out to me. I was just like, man, the cinematography, to me, that goes without saying because I can see it in the trailer. Yeah, they nailed that aspect.
During the movie, you told me it fitted more of the Swedish style than the American style.
It immediately struck me as fitting, like you just said, more in the Swedish film series than the American one did. The editing was so crucial in pulling you into that visceral. It was more of a visceral style of filmmaking, which is what the Swedish ones were. They were just so visceral in their execution that this one followed that, and the cinematography and editing really carried that sense throughout the entire film.
From a technical standpoint, I really like this movie and stuff. The camera work I thought was excellently done and stuff. There was that one shot where you could tell that cameraman went to the extreme cameraman school.
Oh man, yeah.
I think they literally threw that dude out the building. And
Pretty sure.
Don't you fuck this shot up.
And he just kept it. He just kept the frame the entire time.
We got one take, and you cannot fuck this up, so don't do it. And he did. I was like, wow, that's a really nice shot.
Yeah, I did not see that coming. That shot out, and then when they did it, we just were kind of like, whoa, that was cool. Yeah, definitely.
And there was a few of those kind of things throughout the movie and stuff that gave you a nice little high and stuff. Another high I got from it was some of the action set pieces they had and stuff. Oh, yeah. The car chase scenes and the motorcycle chase scene, I thought was kind of like Mission Impossible kind of level.
Yeah. Something I kind of lament in filmmaking is the lack of aerial car shots. That it just feels like they've gone away from it. Maybe they use drones a lot more now.
Yeah, they're better.
But it feels like back in the day they used to do aerial car shots all the time. Compared to how they do now. Mm-hmm. So when you see them now, it's just really refreshing.
Yeah.
And so they had a lot of good ones in this film.
Yeah, and this one had like a lot of those. And I think another good hive came from the actress herself, Claire Foy.
Yeah,
she was really good as
I was
Lisbeth Salander.
I was hearing good things. I try not to hear too much chatter before a film comes out, but I was hearing good things. And I kind of set that aside and said, well, what do I think? And man, she really encapsulated the spirit of Lisbeth Salander in this film series. I'm a huge fan of the trilogy from Sweden. And she really brought forth that energy that Noomi Rapace brought forth in the Swedish ones. And that was great to see. Yeah. I was very happy with her performance.
Yeah, I thought Mara did good in the 2011, but I thought she owned this one.
Right.
This must be like the year of Claire Foy, because she had a lot of good movies this year. She had Unsane, that was really good this year.
Right.
And then she just in First Man, which I thought she was the best part of the movie and stuff.
Okay.
And this one, she stole the show again. So.
Right, and she had the look down. She had the temperament of Lisbeth. Because Lisbeth Salander, she's to me and to those who follow the Dragon Tattoo series, she's an iconic character, and I thought she really filled the shoes just right with this character.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked how what they developed the character and stuff too throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Like, she's like the world's greatest hacker or some shit, but they didn't make her seem like that was a superpower or nothing like that.
Right. No. They and I love that you brought that up. So her main occupation is hacker. So that was done really well. I feel like in the American 2011 David Fincher film, that kind of didn't really wrap that up as tightly.
Yeah.
But in this adaptation, man, they really let you know her ability to figure things out. It's not about her being a super hacker. It's about her mind. It's about her intelligence level.
Yeah, because most movies, when you hear like, oh, she's a hacker, that means, oh, she can hack a toaster and make it explode.
Exactly.
They didn't go to
that
stupid level of shit like that.
Right. They really showed you, throughout the Swedish films, they showed her intellectual superiority and at times her physical inferiority, just in terms of being overpowered, physically overpowered in situations.
That was a lot through this movie, because she got her ass beat like pretty much every time she got into a fist combat.
Exactly, but then she was able to figure a way out of the situation, and to me, that's Lisbeth Salander. To me, that is who that character is, just based on the film series from Sweden. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
because I was glad they went that route, because I was kind of scared at first. I thought they were going to try to turn into like a female Batman, right? Like how we saw in Peppermint, where she's just like could do anything to beat anybody up.
And dude, I'm sorry, you can't carry a man who weighs 250 pounds. Like you can't.
A girl that small, it's not believable and stuff. Right. But this time, they made it believable, and everything she did, I was like, oh, okay, I believe she can actually do stuff like that. Right. So, there any other highlights you got from taking a hit of this movie, or?
No, that's pretty much it. Just very happy with Claire Foy's performance. Very happy with the director, Fede Alvarez. Did a great job with the taut. It was a very taut directing style. I love that kind of style. It was very dark. I felt the grit throughout the movie. I had a lot of positive things coming out of this movie.
Yeah, and I really like the Lakeith too, as well.
Oh man, Lakeith Stanfield once again. I hope he gets another more popular lead role. He was great in Sorry to Bother You. Yeah, he's great in Sorry to Bother You. He was great, he had a very limited role in Get Out, but in this he has also a small role. I was getting Born Identity vibes from him. Oh yeah, in this, like some really good Born Identity vibes. He was playing
the NSA guy.
Right, he was an NSA analyst, right, and he was out there to recover an asset, and man, he owned that role, man.
At first, when I first saw him, I thought they was just gonna make him a comedic relief and stuff.
Right.
But he was comedic relief, but it was in the right situation.
Oh man, it was all in great taste.
His character was more than that and stuff. At the end, he kind of turned to like some American Sniper badass kind of shit.
Oh man, dude, yeah, for real.
That's all the highs I think we got from this movie. So let's get into some of the downers we got from it, because it wasn't all that good.
Right.
Fool this man.
So. What was the first downer you got for taking it?
The first downer I have to give it is the character of Mikael Blomkvist, the reporter, the journalist.
In the 2011, he was played by Daniel Craig?
He was played by Daniel Craig in the David Fincher 2011 American adaptation, and played by the late Mikael Blomkvist, legendary Swedish actor.
Yeah, who was in that terrible movie you just saw.
Right, he was in Hunter Killer, unfortunately. But he was excellent as Mikael Blomkvist in the Swedish adaptation of the trilogy. Yeah, he was excellent in those films. I thought they miscast him in this miscast that character in this Girl in the Spider's Web film. I think it serves the film to cast an older actor just because of the way Mikael Blomkvist portrayed Blomkvist in the Swedish trilogy. He was an older character, and he was an established journalist. Like, he was a veteran journalist, and he got caught up in this thing with Lisbeth Salander. And I believe that's something that the 2011 film got right, was casting Daniel Craig, a little bit of an older actor in that role. Here they went a little bit younger, and I thought that kind of took away from who that character was.
Yeah, what was his name? Severe Goodson, I guess that's the guy.
Yeah, his name was Sverrir Gunderson. Yeah, he's an Icelandic. That's an Icelandic name, but he's a Swedish actor.
I mean, he was fine in the role.
Right, he executed well, but in terms of just the casting, I thought they should have gone a little bit older with that character, just because of who that character is. Yeah,
I can see that, but for me, it wasn't that big of a downer because I didn't see the Swedish film, so I wasn't like
right. So those who are not familiar, they may not be. They definitely won't be as let down by that.
Yeah, but a downer for me, I guess, would have to come from the whole story arc, I guess, with Elizabeth's sister and stuff. Like, in the trailer, they kind of played it up like that's going to be the main focal point of the movie and stuff. But then, like, it's kind of like, oh, we forgot we were supposed to introduce her sister. Let's just throw her in there at the last third act of shit.
Well, I believe the sister is not mentioned at all. She is only mentioned in the book written by... this fourth book was written by David Lagercrantz. Swedish author, and so he finished. So the original author passed away in 2004. He didn't get to finish beyond the third book. Yeah. This film is based on the fourth book, and David Lagercrantz wrote the fourth and fifth book. He finished them for this Millennium series, and so this twin sister only pops up in this. So I agree with you that she wasn't fleshed out nearly as much as we would have liked for this film.
Because really, if you take her story out of the movie, it really doesn't change the whole.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
They're just like, oh damn, we forgot we cast what was her name? Sylvia Hoeks, I think the girl who plays her.
Yes,
so like, if we cast her,
yeah.
Damn it, we didn't need her for the story, but let's just throw something in there. We can do something with her.
I agree. Yeah, because they didn't have they showed some scenes of them younger, but they didn't really flesh out her motivations throughout. I mean,
until the end of the
right. I mean, by the end, you get why she was doing what she was doing, but they didn't make you feel it with the character.
They did a poor job of building to it and stuff.
I agree. Yeah.
But I think like another downer I got from it was there was some cheesy villains that you could kind of see coming from a mile away and stuff in there. Yeah. The evil government people or whatever that's going to be coming out of nowhere. That's like in every thriller.
Those shadow operatives, they were all over this thing. Mm-hmm.
Those are kind of, I guess, bland. But other than that, there wasn't like too many big downers for me.
I agree. Yeah. What's your rating for this ultimately?
I mean, I like the 2011 movie, but I think I like this one a lot more. Mm-hmm. I don't think this is the perfect film by any stretch of the imagination, but this is a great thriller. They got some good twists and stuff in there that you just don't see coming. So I'll give it definitely a solid worth a hit. Okay. What about yourself?
For me, just because, I mean, with this, for me, I was able to erase the 2011 film altogether just because that was a remake of the first film from the Swedish trilogy. Mm-hmm. So I was able to just tack this on to the... as the fourth film of, to the trilogy of the Swedish films. I give this a high worth a hit. Those downers keep it from being a higher than a motherfucker for me.
I mean... Dang, you almost put it in the higher than a motherfucker?
Yeah, I mean, it was very good. I mean, I thought it was very tight. Just, I mean, like her twin sister Camilla Salander, she was not developed as well as I would have liked. Oh, no. I feel like the miscast Blomkvist, who's a huge deal. I mean, I believe that if you watch the original trilogy, the Swedish trilogy, you'll get the relationship between Salander and Blomkvist. And I believe they carry that over perfectly. They don't try to over-explain and re-explain anything in this film. If you watch that original trilogy, you get what they're doing. But I just believe they miscast him, and I just feel like it took away from the impact of that character. So it knocks it down to a really high worth a hit. Yeah,
motherfucker for
right. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that high to me, but hey, that's just our high opinion. What we want to know is, what did you guys think of The Girl in the Spider's Web? Are you a fan of the Swedish films like he is? Let us know by sparking it up in the comment section below. Hey, you like what we doing here? Hit that like button, share this video. And if you want to join the Blaze Cruise, make sure you subscribe to Blaze Reviews, where we're getting high off all the latest movies. I'm Kay.
And I'm A. Rick.
And always remember, blaze it.